I done heard about people doing some crazy things as nurses. I done heard plenty of stories in my day, in my short career, because I haven't been a nurse that long. But what I'm about to show you, possibly maybe one of the wildest things that I've heard, especially that's actually been caught on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another edition on what not to do to lose your bag, because it seems like everybody is just trying to lose their bag right now. I don't understand. Well, I take that back. I think I do understand. And we about to get into it.
But you can live pretty well by yourself.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another video. And before we get started, I need you to show me some love. Let me know that the feeling is real by you hitting that like button for the algorithm, hitting that notification bell, and make sure you leave a comment, because I know this is a good one. Do me that favor, because I greatly appreciate it and it helps me out a lot. Plus, it's free, it don't cost you nothing. Now, to my future nurses, to my current nurses, take heed. First of all, we don't want to make fun of anybody who has an addiction issue. If you do have an addiction problem, it is in your best interest to go reach out to somebody for some help. And do so before you lose it all, because addiction is really nothing to play with, especially when you are in a field to where you are exposed to so many narcotics. So it is not something that you should take lightly. I don't take it lightly. Go get you some help if you really do need some help, because there's nothing to play with. But without further ado, we're going to get into the video that I'm bringing to you all today. Let's roll the clip.
You distanced yourself from the whole thing.
A local nurse arrested. Deputies say he was caught smoking a white substance inside a patient's room.
So the patient's family actually telling us that they caught the whole thing on video. So this is the view inside that patient's room. You can see the nurse light. What investigators say is a pipe there. The report calls it drug paraphernalia, and you can see the flames as the nurse lights that pipe multiple times. That's
just so casually though, watching TV, lighting the pipe up right over the patient's bed. You can obviously see that the patient's face is blurred up and everything like that, but just so casual with it. Like it's just not even a big deal. Like he's done this before. And again, addiction is a real thing and it's very serious, and I advise anybody to go get some help. But like, he looked like he low-key about to pass it to the patient. This is getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy out here. Let's continue with the video. It's not that long, but let's continue with it.
actually set off the security cameras a smoke alarm, prompting the family to call 911.
So the family has some cameras set up, and him lighting up in the patient's room set off the smoke alarm. So my thing is this: you don't have any common sense to think that, well, if I do smoke, it's gonna trigger smells throughout the facility, and I don't know what shift this was on, and I don't know how much staff they had, but you would think somebody with some common sense would be able to smell that and see that something's going on. Don't know what kind of patient he had in the room. He probably had a patient that wasn't all there. Maybe they were mentally handicapped or something like that, which is why he probably felt comfortable enough to light up in the patient's room like that, just have no regards for himself or the patient. So that's really unfortunate. But I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't you think that the smoke alarms would trigger? Wouldn't you think that somebody else would smell it? But I guess when you in that high and when you addicted, you kind of lose common sense and you kind of lose like logic, because I just don't understand why this was not, like, why the sprinklers and all that stuff didn't come on. I don't know. But let's continue.
I don't care if it was a cigarette, I don't care if it was crack, I don't care what it was. If you're a nurse and you've done this as long as he supposedly has done this, you just don't do that.
Yeah, 57-year-old Brian Kenny was arrested. Court records showing tonight that he pleaded guilty.
Y'all get a
to
good look at Brian Kenny, y'all. Brian Kenny has fumbled the bag. Another edition of another nurse fumbling their bag. And this is why I say, wait, before I continue, let me just let this finish because it's almost over pretty much.
Of justice yesterday, and a drug paraphernalia charge was dismissed. Investigators tell us they are still testing the white substance involved.
Y'all testing the white substance involved. Y'all know what that is. Or maybe they don't know. But you can get an idea of what it is for the most part. Brian, we gotta call you down to the courtroom. We gotta call you down in front of the nurse congregation, and we have to see you, sir, because what you're doing is completely unacceptable. But I urge you to go get some help. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Brian probably won't lose his license. I'm gonna just keep it real. He probably won't lose his license. They'll probably come up with some sort of plea deal or some sort of deal to where he'll go to rehab. He has to finish rehab, and he probably will have a limited license to where he can't work around drugs or somebody has to be there with him. But if he cleans himself up and gets over his addiction, he probably won't lose his license. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not saying that he should lose his license. I'm not saying that he shouldn't lose his license because, again, I understand that addiction is a sickness. But y'all let me know in the comments, should Brian lose his license? Should he lose his license, or should he have a limited license? Or once he gets better, if he gets better, should there be no restrictions on him? Y'all let me know about that in the comments. But it's an unfortunate situation because I do feel like they need to start testing nurses in these nursing homes for real. But the problem with that is, if they really started doing that, you probably wouldn't have a lot of nurses in what's already considered a shortage. So I don't know, but it's a wild situation. Nurses, please don't lose your bag like this. If you are one of those nurses that have done something that's similar to what Brian did but hasn't gotten caught yet, because they will catch you eventually, but you have not gotten caught yet, go get you some help. I don't want to see any of my brothers or sisters out there nursing getting caught up in nothing like this, because we've all been to nursing school. We've all been through that initiation process, and it is hard work. It is very stressful, and it'll be a shame to throw all of that away for something like this. I don't want to see any of my brothers and sisters out here in nursing out here down bad like that, because we work too hard. We had to sacrifice too much in order to become successful up in this game. So, Brother Brian, we're praying for you, and any other nurses out there that's struggling with this problem, we're saying a prayer for you too. And hopefully y'all can go get some help, because this is wild. Just the way he was just so casual with it. I'm talking about he just, thing was still lit, almost put it in his pocket, still lit. Crazy. I really thought he was about to pass to the patient, but he did not. And I'm glad he didn't do that. So that's a good thing. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And if you don't do nothing else, please make sure you get paid. Young nurse get paid. Make sure you go to the highvaluenurse.com. grab you the Ultimate LPN Mindset ebook and grab you some merch. Then I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.